I should have been a dentist. Given all the medical and dental treatment that I've had on my teeth over the years, um, started out when I was about 8 or 10 years old. I said shit at the table. And my mother slapped my mouth, and her wedding band chipped number 8. And it killed the tooth, and it went crooked a little bit. So I had a black tooth all throughout school and high school. And it was a source of ridicule and shame, and I was very upset by it. And then in 1985, down in the French West Indies, I met a dentist who was just out of dental school and in France, and he offered to do a cap for $400, except he did both teeth to match them. And that was a huge, huge boost to me. So it was great. And then fast forward to 2001, maybe 2002 at the very latest. I was putting up some camo nets in the Army, and the poles, the aluminum poles, were me and Gaines were putting them together, and I almost had both poles put together, and then it snapped out and it broke those two caps, number 8 and number 9. So the Army did an extensive amount of work to fix those teeth. And number 8 was the one that was way back damaged. What they did do is they started an extrusion process to pull the root down about 2 to 3 millimeters to give it more base for the cap to attach to. That was a successful procedure. However, he told me, he said, this is not going to last forever, it's going to eventually fail, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, so here it is 2018, and it finally did fail, and they had to remove the entire tooth. So here we go. This is number 8 gone. This is a cap, number 9. And of course, number 13 has always been problematic, and that's not even, I'm not even talking about that right now, but that'll be addressed also. So what's happening is I don't have any bone up above. I'm missing like 10 millimeters of bone in the jaw above where the tooth is supposed to be. The dentist, she tried to pack it with bone, but it didn't take, or she didn't put enough in or something. So we still have a problem. So what's happening is right now, number 7, this tooth is now loose, and there's very little bone holding that tooth in. So next week, number 7 and number 9 are going to be extracted. Yes, I'm going to look like a fucking hillbilly, a Bubba redneck hillbilly. However, she's going to attach to this tooth, number 10, and this tooth, number 6, a bridge to bridge that whole thing together. And my concern is the bone loss underneath the bridge. That's very problematic to me, and she says she thinks it'll heal back in, which I don't think that's accurate. I've been around dentists enough to know bone doesn't heal like that. They have to add bone in. So the other part of this story is I went to the VA and asked the VA, the dental people, I said, hey, how can I get service? How can I get treated? I got massive problems. He goes, well, what's your disability rate? I said 70%. He goes, well, we need to get it to 100. And I said, okay, well, how do we do that? And he says, well, we need to get it, your dental records evaluated. Then bingo, a light bulb went off in my head. When I out-processed Fort Sam Houston 2008 when I retired, they never requested my dental records. I still have my dental records right here in my briefcase. My authentic, real U.S. Army dental records from 21 years. He said, bring those in. which I'm going to bring them in through the Purple Heart Association because I got a Purple Heart, and they're going to facilitate another evaluation for the VA. So if I can get to 100%, and I think that this might put me over another 30%, hopefully, we'll see, I don't know, that will allow them to do implants. Take bone, put bone up in there, take it out of my hip, whatever you need to do, put a pig bone in there, I don't care. Put the pig bone in there, let it heal, and then drill it out and give me some nice teeth. This one was 13. That one was on the agenda to be fixed, be repaired, put a screw in there, but that came up. So this is hideous. This is absolutely hideous. There's my retainer. It gives me a sort of a normal appearance, and I can actually talk a little bit better. But it's still a hideous process. Teeth, teeth, teeth. These are my little babies. Should have been a flippin' dentist. Oh well, such is life. Goes on. This stuff is expensive. Very expensive, folks. About $4,000, $4,500 per implant. That's why I want to get the VA to pay for some of this and get this taken care of. I don't think us veterans should have to pay for this crap, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Anyways, signing off. That's my dental details of today. 4th of July, 2018. Happy 4th, everybody. Tschüss and service.